So, uh, Jiri Prochazka loses to Alex Pereira, or you can say Alex Pereira KOs Jiri Prochazka in the second round of their fight. This was a very interesting fight for as long as it lasted, and I feel like there was a premature stoppage. I think the fight could have definitely went on longer, but I'm going to get into that, into the politics of what I think happened. So, just to put it into perspective, right? Obviously the fight just before it even started, the intensity of their stare down before they even got into their stare down before the fight started, they both were literally stone faced and just looking at each other, and it literally gave an atmosphere to the fight that I've not seen in a long time. I was really excited, and then the fight started, and I think Alex Pereira, after a couple of moments of being quite cautious, he landed a leg kick and he dropped Jiri Prohaska. And then Jiri Prohaska obviously got up, and then he managed to maneuver himself in a position where he was coming in, but he was throwing shots from certain angles, right? And then eventually, like, he was being a little bit successful and he was landing his own shots. But then eventually, I think he managed to mount Alex Pereira and get him down, which was obviously massive. So it kind of looked like the inflection of the fight looked like Jiri Prohaska was actually going to win the fight, because he just kept mounting him and getting him down, and he just physically looked stronger. But to be fair, Alex Pereira was having his moments, like, for example, the leg kicks, and he was landing shots here and there, and he was very successful with his leg kicks, while Jiri was just a lot better with his punches. But then eventually it came to the second round. Okay, the second round, there was a bit of a scramble going on. They were both going at it with their punches, and it was really coming on. Both of them were landing combos, and the fight was heating up. And then all of a sudden, Jiri landed a combo, and it kind of stunned Alex, and he went back. But then Alex countered, and then he hit him with several head punches and landed him. Then he dropped him, and the ref obviously stopped the fight. Now, I thought it was a premature stoppage. I thought the stoppage just happened way too soon. Jiri, even though he looked a little bit hurt, he looked like he was grabbing hold of him, and he looked like he had enough wherewithal to actually see what was going on and grabbing him and holding him. So it looked like there was life still in there, and I feel like the referee just went in way too fast. Going in too fast, it almost got to the point where like it almost looked like the ref was on the side of Alex Pereira. Now, obviously, we saw the call out that Alex Pereira did after the fight when he called out Adesanya. Now, in my opinion, right, I think there is something going on between the two of them in terms of politics. Obviously, there is a rivalry that's gone on between two sports, but now they're trying to make it go on between two weight classes, because I think obviously Adesanya said he's retired. He's not retired, but he's going to take a long hiatus from the sport. Like, he's going to come back in 2027. And to be fair to him, obviously, like, he's got a lot of haters, but you can't deny it. He's one of the most active champions in the sport. But the fact that Alex Pereira called him out and the stoppage looked a bit suspect, I feel like the UFC politics wanted Alex Pereira to win that fight. Now, obviously, Alex Pereira's got some mandatory obligations. He needs to fight Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill was coming off an injury, and obviously you got Jiri Prohaska, who came off an injury as well. So it's a bit of a precarious position he's in. He needs to take care of that, and that's a fight that Jamal Hill can win. He's a good fighter. But to put it into perspective, I think there must have been a bit of politics going on. Like, they wanted Alex Pereira to win so that if Adesanya came back to the light, they would try to set up another super fight between him and Alex Pereira in the light heavyweight division. But truth be told, I'll be honest with you, like what Alex Pereira has accomplished in such a small amount of time is actually incredible. He managed to actually win two titles in Glory, two titles in the UFC in the top level, in two different weight classes for Glory, two different weight classes for the UFC. And on top of that, he's managed to beat Strickland. He managed to beat Alex. He managed to beat Jiri Prohaska. He managed to beat Adesanya. And there's one other fighter that just escapes my mind. Strickland, Jiri Prohaska, Jan Blakovic. He beat Jan Blakovic as well. So he's beaten two great fighters at middleweight, which is Strickland and Adesanya, and he's beaten two great fighters at light heavyweight, which is Jiri Prohaska and Jan Blakovic. And he's managed to do this all in 11 fights. And before that, he was a Glory champion, which is like the highest level that you can get to as a kickboxer, like the highest organization. I mean, this is incredible stuff. So I can't wait to see where he goes next with this.